Trying to get this optimized. All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Ismortah, just finishing setup here, and tonight during my 7 p.m. card game stream, see here, we're showing you some more Marvel Champions, the card game. And this is a continuation from my game that I was playing a couple streams ago. And if this is your first time viewing, it's also exciting because where I had stopped was at the beginning of now Rhino is level 2, and with MODOC out, and the heroes having some stuff out too. So it's like it's an entirely new board state. So I'm excited to watch because you got some MODOC action, you got some other allies like Jessica Jones and Storm, and then I'm rocking Jean Grey and Jennifer Walters against level 2 Rhino, who has 2 stacks of charge and tough. So it's going to be a very exciting first round for sure. Because I could potentially, as you see, both my characters are at 9, can get one-shotted actually from Rhino currently, and who's at a healthy 30 hit points. Just trying to maximize the board state here for you. Right, it's way better. Cool, and of course, if you like what you see, be sure to follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. If YouTube's more your thing, this will be also on YouTube, 24 hours on at Shadow Balance Games, and other social medias available as well, which I'll share later in the stream, especially if I get past round 1. How about that? All right, so yeah, the board state's what you can see. Like, I have a bunch of upgrades, bunch of powers. They both got a lot of good cards in their hand. It's just, I need to have both heroes survive this charge, because once he charges once, they both go away, but I need to somehow absorb that attack. And it may also be potentially sacrificing these 2 in order to do so. We'll see. See what I can do here. All right, let me just get a little sip of energy drink and we will get started. Yeah, to win the game, I have to, if I just knock Rhino, knock off his 30 points, I win the game. But if this gets to 7 threat and it's currently 3, I lose the game. Or if I lose both my heroes, I lose the game. I can lose 1, but the games can be so hard when you're playing to this scale for 2 players and then 1 knocked out, that's kind of going to be game. Definitely be snowballing at a point. But we'll see. See what I can do. Either way, it's going to be entertaining because we got, like I said, we got some MODOC action. Jessica Jones, who you typically don't see in the Marvel verse, and here she is. And who knows? Maybe the Dark Phoenix and Titanium might come out to play later. We'll see. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. So it's the heroes phase. I'm gonna sit down for a bit while I think, and then we'll get up. And I'm going Jean Grey first. So Jean Grey is at 9. There's no more healing I can do. She'll definitely get one-shotted from Rhino. I say that because he can hit for 9 out the gate. Yes, I could defend for 2, but he'll get a boost, and it let's say on average that's a 2. That's gonna not help. What I would like to do is have Jennifer Walters turn She-Hulk, be at full health, take the hit. That's what I'm trying to do. Or if I had a shield, that'd be great, but I think that was discarded. if I recall. That would have also helped. Now, I think I could also sacrifice these dudes to absorb hits. But it does have overkill. So, like, for example, if it didn't have overkill, I could just say hit storm, all the other damage fizzles. But so I could sacrifice these to absorb another hit, potentially. I would just rather not do that, use them as a resource to take out threat. That way I can have these guys instead defend or heal. But we'll see how the math works out. Alright. Let me, before I get further invested, just make sure you guys can't hear me. I'm using my phone this time, so it's a better picture. I just want to make sure nothing weird with audio is happening. So 1 second. Testing 1, 2, 3. Cool, it works. Okay, so what are we gonna do? So we're starting with Jean Grey. We got a bunch of cards. This is my hand. I'll get for a sec so you can see. Oh yeah, the focusing is way better. So I have 1 Marvel Girl, Psychic Blast, a couple Psychic Manipulations, and a couple of Power of Justice. Trying to see what I want to do here. So because Power of Justice counts as double resources, I'm sitting on a lot of resources. And these are all Justice cards. So I could play a lot of stuff. I don't think there's any point in doing Psychic Manipulation twice, though, because it just says that when the villain would scheme, they remove instead of placing, so having double wouldn't actually help. But that'd be good. That way this doesn't get too high, so he doesn't get any more. Since there is an acceleration token, during this round he would get 3 more, because it's 1, 2 per player, and then this. So that's good, but I still need to remove it, and that's why I wanted to use these guys for. That way Jean Grey could just like defend or do something else. Like, there's still the MODOC problem too, because I don't want MODOC to also help with the scheming. I mean, with the threat as well. So, what does that mean? And MODOC, when you hit him, he's also going to retaliate also. So I don't think Psychic Blast could help me right now because it either hits minions. Well, no, he's a minion. He's also elite. So I could deal 4 damage to him because I am unleashed, which would help. You only have 4 left. And then both of these could attack MODOC. He would retaliate, of course, but then I would kill it. If Jessica Jones attacks it for the last hit, because he'd be dead, he can't retaliate. So maybe that's the move. Maybe that's the play. And then I can use Phoenix to take out the threat, and then She-Hulk can fuck, she can't heal and defend. That's the problem. Fuck, that's the problem. Jennifer Walters could heal and then turn to She-Hulk, but then she wouldn't be able to brace the impact of Jean Grey unless she had something. Otherwise, if I play Marvel Girl, she'll only deal 1 damage, but then she'll also remove 2 threat, which would be equal to his. So that's kind of be a twofer, kind of. Except she'll take 1 hit and get a counterattack. She'll probably instantly die. Yeah, that's not good. Shit. Does She-Hulk have a way to somehow... She-Hulk has super resources, so she can play a lot of stuff because she has genius and strength. Here's a She-Hulk's hand. I mean, she'll definitely turn into She-Hulk. 100%. She can get extra attack. An alter ego, I could discard 5 cards from my hand to remove 1 threat from the scheme for each card discarded. Now that's amazing. So I can use, in this form, legal practice to remove all threat, then as an action heal, then turn into She-Hulk. Maybe Jean Grey I keep in this form and do other shit possibly in that form. That way Rhino has to target She-Hulk first instead. That's what I'm thinking. Because unless I have a way to block, Rhino is going to kill Jean Grey. MODOC won't. MODOC will kill these guys, but that's why I want to deal with MODOC. But Rhino will definitely one-shot Jean Grey, unless it gets super lucky with the. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do? So Marvel Girl is a Justice card because it's yellow. So I could use Power Justice for playing Marvel Girl as well. So I could go 2 Power Justice for 4. And I can use one of these also. And also, in this form, I could get another one too. Unless I want to gamble and defend for 2. But I just feel like she's so close to death, it's just not a good idea. Like, even if I happen to live, there could then be an encounter or a MODOC attack that then kills her. That's what I'm just like, I just gotta get rid of this first. But of course, if I'm playing bad or you have ideas, be sure to leave comments in the chats also. All right, so let's do that. Let's stop analysis paralysis. Let's see what happens, because it's either I'm going to win or it's going to be very exciting to watch. So let's just do it. So I think I'm going to stay in that form. Okay, so if I stay in that form, then I want to play one of these, and I do want to play Marvel Girl. I want to have as many guys out as possible. So this would cost 6. This gives me 4 resources. And then I could do Psychic Blast for 1 and this for 1. Cool, that's what we're going to do. So I have 1 card remaining. So when I put it diagonal, that means it's my hand. And then if it's vertical, that means it's refreshed. And if it's horizontal, that means it's exhausted. Okay, so I played all these. And I'm playing these 2. Okay, so first I'm played Psychic Manipulation. It just says I have to be psychic, which I am. Psionic. There you go. When the villain schemes, this activation removes threat instead of placing it. So I'll just go ahead and leave that out. So it's ready to go. And then we also have Marvel Girl. Marvel Girl It's also psionic and X-Men, so if I have anything that uses that. And as an interrupt, when Marvel Girl attacks a minion, remove X threat from the main scheme, where X is that minion's printed scheme. So normally it's cool because you can attack for 1 and it also reduce something else, but attacking MODOC, that'd be bad because that means she gets hit for 3 and instantly dies. As opposed to you could just hit the scheme. So against minions, Marvel Girl's great. Against elites, not so much. But that's okay. Because the other option is I can use her to just absorb hits from Rhino in case it goes to shit. So now let me check the defense rule, because I know when you get attacked, allies can just go ahead and defend. Yet for heroes, you have to do a defense as an action to defend and get a bonus to defense. Let me make sure that's correct. Yeah, I need Ultra on my side. Yeah, that is definitely the answer. Sup Knackers TV. So let me just look up defense right quick. Or allies, I should say. Because I know allies you can have block. Oh, when ally is attacked, okay. It's basically, I mean, in reality what they should have done is say defense 0. Because so what happens is you can exhaust an ally to also defend just like a hero. It just heroes also get bonus temporary hit points to also absorb the blow, whereas allies don't. So that's good. I can use her to absorb another 3 hits. Knowing that, I think I'm going to gamble. Because then that means I could have her also defend for 2 and be able to block potentially 14 damage. It's just in that form, the only benefit would be that I'm in that form. If I'm in this form, it won't scheme. But still there's that risk that there could be an encounter that then blows her up. I think I'd rather use her to help defend. Yeah, stick with the plan. But in any case, I should do a power. So in any case, I'll definitely recover, which I heal 0, but I then also get a power token. And then I've played cards. I've used her ability. So I think that's it for Jean Grey. So that definitely means that Rhino's going to scheme, which is going to suck. So I definitely need to remove these counters. But that's okay, because I want Rhino to hit me. So before my turn's over, though, I'll go ahead and do her guys. These are all of her allies. So, and you know what? I'll go ahead and do White Hot Room also, just because I can. It'll refresh next round anyway. So let's go ahead and just pile up more tokens, like use them as resources. Sure, whatever. Okay, so... Oh, fuck. But see, MODOC needs to die. God, I wonder if I should gamble. Well, no, I don't have any... I already spent all my power. Yeah. Nope, MODOC's gonna stay alive, so it be what it be. He's gonna scheme for 2, which is gonna suck. Alright. But I have this, so that's gonna help. So, when he schemes, it'll remove threat instead of adding it. So that'd be great. So when he schemes for 3, it'll remove 3, so it'll still be 3. Actually, that's great. With that move, that means that actually when he schemes, it'll reduce it. It just when he schemes, also then it's gonna add 2. So maybe Storm and Jessica, I just want to sit out just to be out. Maybe I don't want to blow the load. I mean, attacking MODOC is not well, they'll do 4 damage. They'll both insta-die, but I'll take them down to 4. Which is a good thing. I just can't finish them off until I remove the goddamn charge, is the problem. But I think that's what's going to have to be. I'm more worried about the one shot. Now the other thing is, does he attack every ally? Or is it just one minion per? Because I've actually never had a situation that minions had to actually attack. Let me check it out real quick. I just don't know what's the villain phase if MODOC would attack all of them. Because like the hero attacks all of them. I think if the minion, I thought it was just one for, it attacks one thing. But I could be wrong. Give me a sec. I'd be using a, what do they call it, minion? One moment, please. What do they mean by engage with the player? You mean, like, what does that mean? Engage with the player. You mean the fact that you're out? Or does a minion get assigned to a player or person? That's what's not fucking... What do you mean by engaged? Fuck that. Using that word's weird. Conflict, maybe? Yeah, I just don't know if it means engage meaning they're out, or is it actually like MODOC is in front of Storm sort of thing, you know what I mean? And then only engage with Storm, not with Jessica Jones. That's why I'm just like, wait, what? Let's see, they do have engage in here, let me check. Oh, the minion's placed in front of one player. So it's in front of the player's shit. So like all of this shit is hers. And so a minion will only be in front of one particular player. But then if that one player has a lot of shit, that's where it will be. So man, I don't remember how MODOC came out. So because I don't remember, I'm gonna do the KDM approach and say the worst scenario. Because I can't remember if it was her encounter or hers. So I'll just say that he's engaged only with Jean Grey. Maybe I'm wrong, I forget how the stream ended. I didn't realize engagement was a thing. So that's what it means. So like if she had dudes, he wouldn't be engaged. I just don't remember I just don't know. I'd have to check the stream to see which one, so we'll just play that way. So I'm assuming he's going to attack everybody. So knowing that, there's kind of no reason to prematurely attack him because I can't retaliate. That's the problem. If I don't get my shots in now, he's going to kill everybody. Shit. That's the problem. Yeah. He's going to kill everybody. He does 2 damage and then... Shit. I mean, she'll live as long as I don't do something. She'll have 3 hit points. These 2 are going to die. But if I take... well, shit. Yeah, because there's no... Yeah. I'm going to have to sacrifice these 2. I'm just going to do it. There's too much talking. We need more punchy kicky. Okay. So, we're going to have Storm attack MODOC. And so she'll do 2 damage. And then take return fire and get killed. I think I've destroyed this bag. Well, if she gets killed, I'd have to put on damage, but on him I did. Okay, so he takes 2 damage. I have to do 8 damage to kill him. She dies. Jessica Jones is going to deal 2 damage. And then she will die. So he's got 4 hit points left. Marvel Girl, well, English, Marvel Girl will keep alive. Not do anything, but at least we dealt damage to the damage MODOC, so that's not a bad thing. We didn't take off any threat. I could have Marvel take off 2 threat. But if he's going to scheme and scheme for 3, that's going to remove all this threat anyway. So there's no point. All right, so we'll move on. Her turn's done. Great. We did something. All right, so now she draws back. So she's still in alter ego form. So she'll go back up to hand size 6. She's got 1 card here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's one of the good things being that mode is you get a lot more cards. So we got Great Responsibility, Training, which is great, but maybe too late. Great Responsibility, great. I mean, these are basically Justice cards are good at removing threats, and Anger cards are good at doing damage. So she basically has a lot of anti-threat and resourcing. So that is great. Now remember, Hero Interrupts. Can you play this from your hand? Or does it only be during my turn? Let me look that up real quick. I didn't realize I'd be looking up so much shit, so apologies. For some reason, I was in the thought that you had to have the card out and then you just trigger it. Because, see, like, I have a card that costs 0, but it's a Hero Interrupt. When any amount of threat would be placed on a scheme, you take it as... Well, I don't want to be taking damage, but... Oh, but they're events, so I think they would be out, and then when they trigger, they go away. We'll play that way. I don't want to waste any more time. Okay, in any case, we're not going to do it now. Because that's the end of your turn is when you draw. Okay, so now it's Jennifer Walters. She's definitely going to heal as an action. That way I get 5 points. But before I do that, let's see if there's anything else I can do to augment. So I have Genius and Strength, which will add to resources. Superpower, which is an upgrade, so she gets a permanent +2 more attack. That's fucking amazing. That's great. Legal Practice, I think I'm going to do. I could do just because I can remove threat, but I don't need it because of Psychic, so I think I'm just going to use that as a resource. I do have a skill that I get another +1 attack, because she can get a lot more attack. She can get +3 attack. So she could probably, like, one-shot MODOC. Definitely, 100%. Or just, well... I was going to say could hit Rhino really hard, which is true, but he has tough. I need someone to hit him barely once to get rid of it. It doesn't matter how much damage, and then I can swing in. But I also have the Hulk. I forgot she got this. That he has 3 attack, 5 defense. And I can have him defend. So this is actually fucking great. That I might just want to use Hulk defensively. I mean, that's fucking amazing. All right, so I definitely want to play Hulk and all this power shit. I mean, I honestly want to play all this because she needs to be as powerful as possible to one-shot these fuckers. She-Hulk's power attack is normally 3, but even with this combat, it'd be 4, enough to kill MODOC, and then with Superhuman Strength, that's another +2, so she'll be at Strength 6, which is awesome. So let's see, do I have a way to do that? So this gives me 2 resources, this gives me 2 +1, so I only have 5 resources, so I can't quite play all these cards. But I can hold on to 1. So I think what I need... Oh, I see, but Superhuman Strength, you only have temporarily. You get +2, but then once you attack, it goes away. So maybe we'll save that, because I just need 4 attack to kill MODOC. Unless MODOC fucking heals himself, and I know there's cards that he can do that. But in any case, I'll be able to hit him this turn and kill him. So let's play these two. So let's do 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? Yeah. Boom. All right, so I'm playing Hulk and combat training. Hulk is not engaged with MODOC. So does that mean heroes can't just attack someone else I'm not engaged with? I don't think that's true. I think the villain is just preoccupied with people. We'll play that way, because that'd be dumb that you can't just attack whoever you want. And combat training. Okay, so, and then Jennifer Walters is going to use her power. And I'm going to heal 5, so I go to 14. Okay. And then we're going to turn into She-Hulk. And so her attack is 4. Unfortunately, I can't kill MODOC because I healed, so I can't attack. Deal 1 damage to each character. What counts as a character? So I'm saying like there's a chance that he just straight up hits my stuff and the enemy stuff? Could be. Hey, how's it going, Gino87MC? You can attack whoever you want unless a minion has guard. Okay, but the other thing is a minion, he's only engaged with one player's stuff. So MODOC won't attack Jean Grey's stuff and She-Hulk's. He'll just attack hers. Cool. But no, yeah, good insight there, because I wasn't entirely sure. I am relatively new to this game. Okay. Unless you have guard. Okay, so I can't kill off MODOC. Okay, but let me look up the character thing first, because I think they all count as characters. So if that's the case, then what I'm worried about, I'll show you what I'm worried about, is Hulk. If I draw a card that has the deal 1 damage to every character, I didn't want Hulk to do more damage than I want to all my shit. You know, like if he just does AoE to the opponent shit, great, but I don't want him also hitting me. Yeah, it's everybody. Yeah, so it's just AoE. Yeah, so I don't want that chance that even though. The gamble here is if I attack with Hulk and then I get a star or a punch, I can finish off MODOC right here, right now. But if I get something else, I either do 1 damage to everybody. Of course, I guess then MODOC would still die. The only problem is I just can't draw a bio thing, because then I just discard Hulk. And he's got 5 health, so I kind of want to use him defensively. So yeah, I'm just going to defend. She-Hulk's got to live. Okay, we'll continue. All right, so I've done my hero power. I've done played cards. I don't want to attack with the Hulk. He's going to defend. And I think I'm good to go. So now I'm going to draw it back up. Since I changed... Oh, shit, I forgot. She-Hulk, when she first transforms, also has... do even lift. And can deal 2 damage to any enemy. Holy shit, that's amazing. Knowing that, I might actually attack MODOC with Hulk, because then MODOC will instantly die. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, thanks, Juno. Yeah, I figured a character was like bored, Wrath of God, everybody gets hit. Okay. All right, so She-Hulk, I do 2 damage to enemy. I'll definitely do 2 damage to MODOC. Holy shit. Hell yeah. So MODOC only has 2 hit points left. Knowing that, I will swing it with the Hulk. 100%. Yeah, just because I'm worried about MODOC being able to hit people, and then also scheming, and then having stuff multiply. So yeah, Hulk will attack MODOC. Because MODOC dies before he returns fire, there is no return fire because the rule's retaliation. You can only return fire if you're not at 0 hit points. So MODOC dies, which is great. I didn't know if there's a way I could somehow pull that off. Hulk taps, but Hulk does take 1 damage. And then after Hulk attacks, discard the top card of your deck and see what happens. We got a star. So star means that I do everything. So that's like bad, but also good, but also bad. So star means I do everything that says in Hulk's card. So I deal 2 damage to an enemy, so we'll finally hit Rhino, which is great. Even though it's only a little bit of damage, every little bit helps. Just gotta give him the fucking 0. So he's at 28. It's the first time I've hit him in level 2 form. So we are on our way. 2 damage, and then 1 damage to every character. So I could do 1 damage to Hulk, but it doesn't matter because he's going to get discarded. So it's 1 damage to Marvel Girl, 1 damage to She-Hulk, and 1 damage... Well, I'll go around so I keep track. So 1 damage, and then 1 damage to Jean Grey. One damage to She-Hulk. And then 1 damage to Rhino, who's now at 27. And then also discard Hulk. All right. All right. I hope I don't regret not using him as defensive, but you're right. You're right. He has tough. He has tough. So the 2 damage. The next time this character would take any damage, discard the status. So the damage that it blocked was 2, so he's only at 29. Yeah, I think so. Because that triggered before the AoE. Of course, it said I do all of them. I could actually choose the order. It just said I do all of them. Let me check that. I believe it's what I read. If that card's... Yeah, it just says do all the above. It doesn't say that you have to do them in that order. So I'll just do it in the most advantageous order. All right, so it'll be at 28. Final answer. But yeah, thanks for that. But now tough goes away, so now I can do max damage to him. Yep. For sure. Okay. And if you didn't catch earlier, Juno, what I was worried about is this charge. Because when he does it once, then it goes away. But he has 2 stacks of it. So when he swings it, he's going to be hitting me for 9 plus boost. So that's why I'm like, oh my god. Okay. So that, I believe it's it for me. So now I draw up to my cards, which is hand size is 4. So I get 2 more cards. Which is I got Focus Rage, not great for my situation because I don't want to take damage right now. And Tenacity, which is good, but I just don't have... Can't play it yet, but that'd be a good one. Just so I can basically do 2 hero actions in 1 turn. No, unfortunately, charge gives Rhino overkill. That's the problem. Yeah. That's why I'm deliberately keeping a Jean Grey not in hero form. That way, hoping that She-Hulk can take the damage, can tank it. That's what I'm trying to do. Yep, that'd be the problem. All right, so it's the villain's turn. Villain first is going to scheme, but Psychic Manipulation is out, which now just fizzles. That when the villain schemes to activation, this activation removes threat instead of placing it. So he would add 3 because the acceleration token, number of players, and Sid's gonna take off 3, which is fucking fantastic. That way he's back at 0 because even though Rhino's stupid and adds it slowly, 7's a low number, and that could easily screw me over. All right, so we did scheme. Now we do villain and Minions, we got rid of the minion, which is great, so I don't have to worry about that shit. Now Rhino is going to scheme because of Jean Grey. His scheme is 1, because you only do acceleration token when he I believe it's only during when you place threat on stage 1. It's not every time. So he adds 1. And then, well, no, it's 1+. He gets a boost. The boost is 2, so its scheme threat is 3. Okay, why'd I just put that back? And then Rhino is going to attack. Yeah, 3 threat. Yeah, right. Because 2 players and acceleration token, but because of my ability, it took off instead of being put on. Now he's going to attack She-Hulk, and it's overkill, so it's going to be 9+ boost. So I just hope to God it's not too bad, because I have to survive an encounter as well. Let's see here. Oh, right, it's 0. It's 0, but stuff is happening. No, actually, it's 0, because it's just a boost, so that's 0. Cool. Cool. That's great news. So she gets hit for 9, so she goes down to 4. Yeah, it's like, it's a scheme, but it's threat counters, but then I kept thinking like you're adding to the scheme. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird that you say you're taking off threats, but then what your heroes have is thwart. So it's just like, just stick to one fucking word. Scheme, thwart, threat. Oh god, 3 words for the same piece of shit. Yeah. Design wise, I thought that was not fantastic. We could have just said adding or removing threat instead of all these like 3 buzzwords. It's kind of super confusing. All right, so I'm at 4. She's still alive. Fantastic. And now we do encounters. So we have 1 for her and 1 for her. A lot of hers. All right, first we do Jean Grey. Jean Grey got Shocker, which is when revealed, deal 1 damage to each hero. That is very dangerous because people are, have not much life. So Jean Grey goes to 7. She-Hulk goes to 3, but we're still alive. And we killed MODOC. I didn't think that would happen. All right. So Shocker's out. He's got 3 hit points, 1 scheme to attack. His scheme's not too bad. So if anything, Jean Grey should scheme with Shocker just because he's kind of dumb. I'm more worried about his damage right now. Okay, so for She-Hulk, we got Burning Hunger Obligation. Now that can be really fucking bad. So we'll see what happens. But it's cool because I've never played this card before. So this one, new cards in the Phoenix deck. That's her obligation, and we'll see just how bad this gets. All right. Give this to Jean Grey player. When revealed, if you have the Unleashed trait, which I do not, because I'm still restrained because I still have power. Yep. So I'm restrained. Because it said if you have the Unleashed trait, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for Dark Phoenix and reveal her. Which I do not. But if you have the Restrained trait, remove 1 power counter from Phoenix Force, and this card gains Surge. So the bad thing is now I have to get an additional card. That's what sucks. And I remove 1 of these tokens, which I don't care. So yeah, and for most of the time you want to be you know, have not enough tokens that's unrestrained just because you have so much more fucking power for all the cards, but then you run the risk of you could summon the Phoenix Force and then bad shit really happens. But bad shit is sometimes cool to watch as the world burns. All right. So now it's Surge, so I draw another card for She-Hulk. And we got Stampede. This can be bad. Really bad. Really, really, really bad. Oh, man. Yeah. When revealed, what form is it in? She's in hero form. Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by this attack, the character is stunned. So the charges go away, which is the good thing. The bad thing is Rhino's attack is 3 plus 1. And she's only got 3 health. So that's what I was worried about, man. Because I was worried about, like, what if there's somehow way to do over damage, and if I just didn't get greedy, taking out MODOC, I had 5 defense sitting there, and the Hulk could have just defended the damage. I just didn't think there'd be any way they would do an additional 4 fucking damage at the same turn. And I almost got out of that. It was just unlucky cards. But no, god damn it. Yeah, it looks like She-Hulk is down. Now, if I recall, you could still play the game, but it's like, man, that was my coup de grace. Well, here's the thing. Can I use... If I use Marvel Girl, can I still stay alive? If I block with Marvel Girl to defend... Because he's doing 4 damage, I only have 3 hit points, so she has to block 2. Well, actually, no. If you defend, he doesn't have overkill. She can block all the damage. Yes. That's right. He doesn't have overkill in this attack. So she can exhaust, because she didn't do anything. She could take all the damage and die. Thank God. Oh my God. And wow, that was so super fucking lucky. Oh my God. So she takes 2 damage. She takes all damage because it doesn't have overkill. She just like got... See, I'll save She-Hulk. Woo! Wow, man. Woo! That's the total Ric Flair. Woo! That was almost fucked myself. God damn. All right, so I'm just going to reshuffle this deck. We lived, and now we get to... I made it to the next round. We did it. She-Hulk now hits really hard. Rhino lost all of his offense, all of his defense. Phoenix Force can now play safely knowing that this Phoenix Force shit is somewhere else in the deck temporarily. Let us go for broke, man. We got take off threat, and we got do damage. Well, we also need to heal. Rhino still hits for a lot, but She-Hulk is really low in health. So I'm seeing She-Hulk is probably going to... well, she could do both. She could attack and then turn form. Because you can't get attacked in alter ego form unless you just take random damage. Jean Grey could heal with this shit, change form, and then blast. Yeah, that's gonna be the move. And while I'm shuffling, again, if you like what you see, be sure to follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. You could also find me on Twitter at Shadow Balance for any schedule and content updates. And then also, if you feel like supporting the stream, you can head over to Patreon on patreon.com/Ismortah to see the different tiers that are being offered. All right, so we have shuffle. Well, let me do this type of shuffle once. Also, then we'll do the next round. Man, it was hard to navigate, but made it to the next round. And killed MODOC. I just knew MODOC had to be killed that same round because MODOC has cards in the deck that he could heal all of his health back to full. So it's like, oh my fucking God, cannot do that. That would be terrible. It's called like bioluminescence or bio something. He heals all. any minion that gets that card heals up to full health. Jesus Christ. Okay, we did it. All right, so off to Jean Grey. Well, everyone refreshes. Sure. Man, I'm glad I played those allies. They are lifesavers. And that's one of the reasons why you do custom decks, because if you do play core decks, you only have a couple allies, whereas if you do a custom deck, you can just load up. I don't think there's a limit when you make decks on how many allies. You just have a limit on how many allies can be in play at once total, if I recall. All right, so Jean Grey, what are we doing? So I think we're definitely going to do Psychic Manipulation again, just because that could stop premature thwartination. Great Responsibility is too dangerous right now because I'm so low on hit points, and Rhino is all about damage, so I think that's bad right now. Mission Training would be good if I had an ally, which I don't. This is just a resource. I'll probably hold on to Mission Training just so when an ally does come out. And then here I have an upgrade. Your hero gets an additional thwart. So I'd be thwarting for a lot. So that's good. So I might go ahead and get that out too. So that means I need 5 resources. I could do 1, 2, 3, really 4, 5. I'll do that. Cool. So I'm playing these 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where'd they go? All right, so what am I playing? So there is an enemy minion. I do have to deal with that because you don't want that adding to threat and damage. You don't want it starting ramp. That'd be bad. Psychic Manipulation, just like I played last time. The next time the villain would scheme, instead it removes threat instead of adding. So technically I don't have to worry about the threat because I know it's going to come off. So that's great. So I could do something else. That recharges. Hero Intuition, upgrade. I get an additional thwart. So I'll put that over here. All right. So let's see here. I could use White Hot Room to heal, so I don't have to use my action in this phase. So that's awesome. So I'll go ahead and do that, and I get 1 counter. Wait, was it 1 counter and 2 health? Or is that just, in that case, just 2 health? So I healed to 9. So she's at max health. Then I'll change form to the Phoenix. Phoenix doesn't do a lot of damage in this form, and that's one of the reasons why you want her to become the Phoenix or become Unleashed, because then her stats flip. So instead of being 1 attack, 3 thwart, it turns into 3 attack, 1 thwart. Is why you want to turn her to attack. But I don't need her to, because She-Hulk's so powerful. Let's just use Phoenix to take out the garbage and the threat, and She-Hulk can do what she does best and smash Rhino's fucking testicles and kill him. All right. So we'll keep that there. So I think... well, there's nothing that threats, so maybe I'll just use Phoenix to just kill Shocker. Is what I'll do. Because I have my ability to take this off. I don't need to worry about that. Hitting Rhino for 1 just doesn't seem worth it to me. He's got so many hit points. It's just not a value-added action. So let's go ahead and kill Shocker. Watch, no, he's got 3 hit points. I'm only hitting for 1. That's actually like dog shit. That's gonna take a while. But I could do that. I really don't have... I'm trying to see if I have another play here. Let me see what... let me see. One sec. How does she... I'm going to see again how she becomes Unleashed. After the last power counter is removed, then it's flipped. Yeah, that's what it is. And like you, yeah, I mean, I can't use any more resources because I used one. Okay, so she is going to stay in the form. Just look at all my cards there. Shocker is going to have attack 2 when he hits people. So I do need to whittle him down. She-Hulk was like added hitting right. I mean, I'm just gonna have to do that. I mean, I gotta do something. I mean, with Phoenix, I could also just do defend too. Because Shocker will only attack me, so they'll block me from Shocker. Then I'll just get hit by Rhino. That's also true. Yeah, that's true. Maybe let's do that. I'll just be ready to defend. I think I'll do that. Yeah. Because Shocker's not engaged with She-Hulk, so Shocker should not be attacking She-Hulk. So that's how we're going to play it. So she's going to be ready to defend. Now that she gets... How many cards does she get? 5. She draws 4. So this is all the cards she gets. Now I have to reshuffle. She got Telekinetic Attack, Soul Sisters, which would have been great if Storm was still out. I tried to do that. Got Daredevil. That's going to be great. First Aid, also good. All right, good stuff. Of course it's good. I made the dick. All right. Let me shuffle this, and then we'll get on to She-Hulk and see what happens. She-Hulk, I just definitely want her to only focus on beating the shit out of Rhino. I mean, because she's the one to do it. She's going to hit, if I do that upgrade also, it's going to hit for 6. And he's got 28 hit points. So, I mean, that's who I want to hit with. Like I said, you do more damage if you're in Unleashed, but then you could summon the Dark Phoenix, which then that's a problem. Which still, you would just manage her like you do, you know, MODOC. So it's not in the world, but she's worse than MODOC. What's even worse is you draw the card in this deck that says that the Phoenix Force comes out to play. Then it's like... Then she starts having temper tantrums and tries to consume the entire world. And that's a whole nother, like, main scheme of bad. Okay, we are shuffled. She-Hulk time to play. All right. So we definitely 100% want to do superhuman strength. But maybe I don't want to blow that, because I forget. You get +2 attack, but then it goes away after you attack once, and then you stun the enemy. So maybe I want to save that in case MODOC comes out again. Because if MODOC comes out again, I could do a lot of damage to MODOC, and then stun him so he can't do shit for attacking, and then someone can finish him off, and then he never retaliates. So I think I'm going to just save that card. Hold on to it. Tenacity... I can do multiple hero actions. That I definitely want to do. Because I could do 2 actions. I could, like, attack and heal the same turn. And then heal again next turn. That would be fucking great. But the problem is I have to spend a punch as a resource. And discard cards. So I definitely want to do legal practice for the punch. So it looks like I'm not playing any cards this turn. Because I don't have enough resources. So it's only tenacity. So, and it costs 2. And then you spend resource to discard. So it's a lot of shit, but it helped me catch up on turns so I can... I want to hit Rhino as hard as I can before he accumulates another fucking MODOC. Or Phoenix can't control her shit and summons Dark Phoenix, right? So I'm going to spend these 2 resources to play Tenacity. And then I'm going to... Wait, did I do She-Hulk's thing that she did additional 2 damage? Yeah, I think... Did I? She-Hulk, when she came into play, also does 2 damage. Did I already do that? I thought maybe that's how I killed MODOC. I think so. We'll continue. I think that's how I did it. I did 2 damage and then Hulk. I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. Yeah, because it was 2 and 3. And you only had 4. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, so She-Hulk is going to attack Rhino for 4. So that brings him to 24. And then we're going to spend the resource to do Tenacity to ready my hero. Like so. And then I'm going to, as much as I want to attack, not attack, and because I don't want Rhino to kill me, and go to Jennifer Walters. And then as Jennifer Walters, I'm going to go ahead and do an action and heal for 5. So now I'm back up to 8. Which isn't ideal, but it's at least enough to survive any AoE. That way I can heal again next turn if I want to. Or next turn, I could just turn straight into She-Hulk and attack. So I got options. Depends what cards I get. All right. So we're done here. Now I need to draw back. Since I'm in Jennifer Walters form, I could draw the 6. So that's also good. And let's see what we got. Because in different forms, you actually have different hand limits. So we got another legal practice. I really wanted to play that card. Or I could hold on to it for another Tenacity because I could have sworn I had multiple Tenacities. Yep, here's one in the deck. Great. First Aid, so I can heal, which I'm definitely going to probably go ahead and burn that. I got another Ally, Tigra. Uppercut, deal 5 damage to an enemy. Man, I want to keep all these cards. And another First Aid. Man, who made this deck? This deck is fucking amazing. These are all great fucking cards. Cool. But unfortunately, it's now the villain's turn. All right. Let me get a swig of water, and then we will continue. I'm doing a lot of talking. But we're doing it. We are doing it. We're doing it, Ma. Okay. First things first. Rhino is going to scheme for 3, but I manipulated Rhino psychically because he's fucking stupid as shit, as you know. So, instead of putting down 3, we take off 3, so threat is swept away. Now he's going to do stuff to people. So Rhino and Shocker are going to attack Phoenix. Even though this looks like an ally, this is actually an upgrade. So Shocker is going to attack. Well, I think Shocker. I think minions go after the villain. So villain's going to attack first for 3. Phoenix is going to defend, so she only takes 1. She goes down to 8. And then Shocker is then going to attack. Oh, wait. No. I forgot the boost. Boost is 0 for Rhino. Does Shocker get do minions get boost when they do stuff? I don't know. I know villains do. Do minions get boosts? Let me check. That I don't know. I've never actually had a minion actually successfully attack somebody before. Give me a sec. This says no boost cards for scheming minions, but what about attacking minions? I'm assuming it's 0, honestly. No boost cards dealt to attacking minions. I assume so. I just want to make sure. Cool. Unless they're villainous. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that on any cards I currently own. Or at least that I've seen. I haven't done all of the encounters yet from the core set. Okay, so I'm safe. Okay, so the Shocker are just going to come in for 2. And so I'm go down to 6. And that is it for... Nope. Now we also have encounters. That was just the stuff. Now we have 2 encounters. So she's got 1. She's got 1. So for Phoenix, we have Advance. When revealed, this villain schemes. So he schemes. He schemes for 1. But if it's a true scheme, that means it also has a boost. So I'll play that way because when you do a move, he gets a boost. So that may not be correct about the time I'm going to play because that's what a scheme is. So his boost is 0. Great. Now her encounter is Assault. When an alter ego, this card gains Surge. So basically it just means do another encounter. Okay, this is the one I was worried about. This is the one I was worried about because this is the one that minions can heal. Okay, so this says biomechanical upgrades. And it has Surge also. Attach the minion with the highest hit points and without another biomechanical upgrades attached. When attached minion would be defeated, instead, you heal all damage and discard this card. Which means now, Shocker, to kill him, I have to do 6 damage instead of 3. Imagine if that was on fucking MODOC. That means you have to do 16 damage to kill him instead of 8. I mean, holy shit. And that's why I wanted to kill him as fast as possible, because otherwise it's like, oh my god, it keeps getting worse. Because then... every time he loses this, what if you draw another card? Then he gets it again. It's like, it's so bad. So fucking bad. I'm fortunate that went on Shocker. But it does also have Surge, which means that I draw another card. So, I hope I don't get another Surge. Then I'll have 2 Surges. I mean, 2 biomechanical. But no, you can't play 2. The card said you couldn't play 2. Okay, now we have Sandman. Sandman is actually really fucking powerful. His scheme is 2 and attacks 3. That's actually really bad. And he's got toughness. So he enters play with a tough card. So you have to hit him once to just be able to hit him, sort of thing. Okay, so this isn't great. We're in a good spot. Isn't great. But we're still moving, still kicking. Threats, manageable. Health is currently manageable. All right, we're in a spot. And it's back to us. So everybody refreshes their stuff. I know I should have refreshed at the end. It's just a way for me to keep track where I'm at in the game. Okay, whew, boy. All right, so Rhino's at 24 hit points. So the other thing I could do is just fucking go for Rhino and kill him and end this shit. So definitely when he gets low enough, I'm just going to say, max DPS. But so far he's still got a little too many hit points. Alright. So Phoenix's attack is dog shit. So I need to blow counters in order to do that too. And if I recall when I looked at the rules, which again could be wrong for anything I do, you can only actually spend 1 of these per round. I know the first game I had played a few streams ago, I had just, let's pay 4, but I don't think you can do that. It's 1 per round that you can do that. Because we're in this form, you can remove it and then use it as a wild resource, which is great. Okay. So I could do some. Well. This stuff, I can only heal when exhausted. I know she's got 6 hit points, but I never want to be in a situation that you're only at half health because, again, if like these people attack, she can die. Shocker, see, man, they're both bad. This you have to attack once and then hit, and then shit. I need to get some allies out. That's what I need to do. So I do have an ally. I have Daredevil. I need the Man Without Fear. That's what I need. Maybe play heal. Ooh, and I can upgrade Daredevil. Yeah, see, I got combos. All right. Daredevil is a 2/2, and this said when he thwarts, deal 1 damage to an enemy. It's like the opposite of Marvel Girl. He said if you attack, you can thwart. This guy, when you thwart, you can attack. And then if you do upgrade, you can have additional thwart and 2 more hit points. So that is good. That is definitely good. So the Shocker, I'd have to... Sandman does the most damage, but I have to attack him once and then deal 4. I think that's the worst target. That's the target that needs to go. Because he also had this scheme too. So he's smart and strong, so he's a problem. But what's interesting is with Daredevil is if I use him to thwart, I could then also deal 1 damage to an enemy, and then I could do 1 damage to Sandman to take off Tough. See what I'm doing there? So I think I might do that. Yeah. Okay, that's what. But the problem is he's expensive, and I kind of blew my wad already. I have an extra resource of Phoenix Force, but he costs 4 to come out, so that means I still need 3 to pay. Ah, shit. First aid I definitely want to do, because that's free heals and I can stay in her form. Damn. I'm trying to see if there's a way I can do this. Well, the fact that there's nothing to thwart, and the fact that all of this... Well, that's true. Sandman, how did he come out? Wasn't that hers? Yeah, so actually Sandman is engaged... I have him engaged with the wrong person. Sandman is engaged with She-Hulk, because that was She-Hulk's encounter card. Sandman's engaged here, Shocker's engaged here. So that's all to take into consideration. So it's not like all good ganging up on one person. Rhino will. Rhino's going to attack anyone, but these guys will only be whoever they're engaged with. So that changes things too, as far as aggro. Because I don't think there's a way I can play Daredevil and First Aid at the same time, which I really want to. So, me. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Telekinetic attack, I can deal 7 damage to an enemy. Fuck me. That's the other option is, if I just kill Rhino, the game's over. I don't need to go after the minions. Just go after Rhino. None of them have guard or anything weird. They're just... they're accelerants. They make whatever the villain's doing more powerful. Because I could play telekinetic attack and just deal 7 damage to a target. If I deal 7 damage to Rhino, they'll take him to 17. And then this would be to 18. I mean, 17 to 16. And then if you attack with She-Hulk, That'll take him down to 12. I'm basically just trying to divine, is there a way that I can just go max DPS and just fucking kill him before I die? Is what I'm thinking. But let's see what's going on here. Yeah, all my minions hit hard, but his minions hit hard too. Yeah, the minions hit hard, right. But I mean, if I recall, I don't have to hit the minions before I hit the boss. Because unless they have a way to defend. They're just like, they make when he attacks or schemes worse, because they all also do shit. God, I just feel like I can't get rid of telekinetic attack. That's so much damage. Oh my god. So much damage. Of course, also with that much damage, I could actually attack with Phoenix here to take off Tough, and then do telekinetic attack to take out Sandman. That's something I could do. And that could be her thing. That might be the move. I'm not sure how she's gonna survive though. Shit. Because Rhino's attack plus cards plus shocker, she's gonna die. She could do. I'm just trying to see what the play is here. I feel like getting rid of telekinetic attack is stupid. Oh, well that's interesting. I forgot that first aid says you could heal 2 damage from any character. So I can use first aid to heal She-Hulk, actually. That's interesting. Because that could save her time so she can keep swinging in too. Yeah, that's right. To be honest, yeah, I just saw your last comment, Gino. Yeah, I almost forget that every fucking time a player, that every time she changes form and she changes, she does 2 damage. So she could come into play, remove the Tough, and then kill Sandman on her turn. So she could take care of this on her turn. So then it's just this problem. Yeah. Or what she could also do is she could remove Tough and kill Shocker, that way to help ensuring Phoenix survives. But she could also just heal. I really want to play fucking Daredevil. Oh my god, I want to play Daredevil. It's so hard. Wait, why do I have 5 cards in my hand? Oh, because I had 6 cards. I think I fucked up. Because I started the phase in Phoenix, and yeah, I drew 6 cards, but I think I drew... But she's at Phoenix, she only have 5. Oh, no, I have 5, okay. This is here. Oh, that's her hand. Duh, okay, sorry, I'm mixing people's cards up. Alright, if I did 2 damage to Shocker, I can then do 1 damage with her to kill Shocker, but then this will trigger. So he won't truly be dead. But then I wouldn't waste damage overkill that's not going anywhere. And then she could attack here, maybe. Alright, let's do shit. Too much talky. Maybe I'll just do both. I really don't need to have Phoenix out. I don't need her yet to thwart. I could have her just heal. I mean, I can't even do that this turn. That way she attacks next turn. So let's go ahead and just do some stuff. So, I mean, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because these cards don't fucking matter. She's still psionic anyway. So I'm going to turn Phoenix back to Jean Grey. And then we'll go ahead and heal up and get a token. So she goes back to 9. I was not comfortable with her being so low on hit points. And let's go ahead and actually, you know what? Well, I'll still do that, but I'm doing stuff kind of out of order. Before I had done that, I'll go ahead and play Daredevil. So I'm no, but see, then I can't do telekinetic attack. Fucking shit, man. I'll tell you what. Let's waste Soul Sisters for 1 and play First Aid. That's what we'll do. And we'll heal up She-Hulk for 2. That way she's at 10. That way she'll get to 15 during her turn. There we go. And we'll hold on to the rest of this shit. And then here, there's really nothing else we got going on. I could go ahead and do White Hot Room just to get another counter. Just to do it. Just so I have more resources. On the other hand, I could also deliberately not put resources just to get out the Phoenix to have more damage. But I have She-Hulk, so I think I'll just play it safe. In case bad shit happens. And that's it for me. So she just protecting herself. But she healed She-Hulk, so that's good. All right, so in this form, we dropped the 6. 1, 2, 3. So she also got Phoenix Firebird, which is more resource management of her counters. We got Storm back. She's great for moving threat and attacking, kind of like Daredevil, does all around. And then we also have Power of Justice, which I was waiting on because it makes it easier to play Justice cards. And Daredevil is a Justice card because it's yellow. So that is great. All right, so that's her. Now it's back to Jennifer Walters. Jennifer Walters is going to do some shit. First, let's see what we have to work with. I definitely, like I said, I definitely want to play Tenacity. I'm gonna hold on. I want to hold on to First Aids if possible. I mean, I have so many good cards. I need Legal Practice to play Tenacity. I also need 2 mana to play Tenacity. Or instead of doing that, I could just do Uppercut and pay for 3. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. But this does more damage. That's probably the better move. So that costs 3. Tigra would also be good because it attacks 2. And then she heals. Wow, that's good too. Shit. Maybe I want to get somebody out. That way minions can attack each other. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll pay... What are we going to pay? We'll do 1, 2... Oh, you know what? When she was in this form and threat got placed, 1 should have been removed because of Jennifer Walters' ability. She was in that form, so this would have gone away. Yep. That's how reading cards works. Okay, so yeah, I want to play Tigra. So I think I actually won't do Tenacity. I needed it that 1 turn because I need to quickly respond, but I'm in a good spot. So I'll pay these 3 to play Tigra. Tigra is, let's look at the card. Tigra, attack 2, throw at 1, 3 hit points, and when she attacks and defeats a minion, she gets 1 health. So that's just good to help combating these guys here. And now I'm going to use Jeff Walter's ability to heal another 5. So I'm at 15 hit points, which is max health. And I'm going to drop stuff on the floor. All right, and then we're going to switch forms because I don't want too much threat to build up. I only want one person building up threat just to be safe. Because if these guys are still alive, they would also scheme. So we're going to change forms to She-Hulk because she can take the hits. And then we're also going to possibly do something with Tigra. Oh, also, wait. When I turn to She-Hulk, see, I almost forgot again. Deal 2 damage to an enemy. I'll go ahead and deal 2 damage to Sandman to remove the tough. Because she went like Hulk Shockwave. Boom. Right? His hit points is 4. Her attack is 2. So I think I'll go ahead and have her swing in the Sandman to deal 2 damage. And then she'll take 1 for doing that. And then I think that's it. So I draw up to 4. So I got Gamma Slam and 1-2 Punch, which is cool because you can attack and then be ready. It's actually like a cheaper version of doing Tenacity. That's actually pretty cool. Or you can attack twice. So that'd be good for like, let's just finish off Rhino as fast as possible. That's a good one. Cool. All right, so, swig of water, then we'll get to it. I know we're almost at an hour and a half, but I feel like this game is going to then now quickly start to end because I can just go for max damage. Yes, I know if I was Phoenix, I could do more damage, but I'm like making sure, she's making sure that he doesn't win the game. She-Hulk's making sure that we win the game. Playing it safe. All right, so, because there's going to be multiple, well, not everyone's going to scheme. Okay, so first he gets 3 counters because of the acceleration, which is bad. And I hope I didn't just lose the game also. Because if he's, oh my God. Did I just lose the game accidentally? Like, should no one be scheming? Should no one be in, you know what I mean? The reason why I'm worried is this, because he's going to get 3, but then he's going to scheme once, and so are they. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, they win the game. So it's like, I can never be in hero form, because unless I had a card to save the turn, you see what I'm saying? Otherwise, I think I just lost. Now, I'm not opposed to backtracking because that's something you could easily foresight but see ahead. Because like, see, I just saw this. Is when I was Jean Grey, I healed up from 6 or something, right? But if I stay in that form and don't heal, I can block. She could still die. Jesus, fuck. So far, every time I've lost the game, it's been from underestimating how fast the threat can build. And it's like, yes, he's only going to add 1 plus 2. It could potentially still be a problem. The problem is guys are out. These guys who aren't stupid shits is what's allowing him to scheme. Like, he wouldn't scheme, that's true. Only he would. But that would be 4-5, I'd have to pray he didn't draw a 2 and then counter didn't scheme. Well, I mean, I've already committed, so and we're at an hour and a half, so let's just see what happens. Like, I've already committed to this, so. All right. So Rhino is going to, I'm going to see if there's anything else that could possibly trigger a play here. Yeah, because like she had nothing, there was no scheme, there was no threat on here. Even Jennifer Walters prevented 1, so he got 3. Now he's going to scheme and add 1 plus something. Shit, I think I just lost. Shadow of the Past. That's the card I was telling you about. That way, if you draw that, then someone's minion, someone's arch nemesis comes out. So that adds 2. So that means he's doing 3. I'm just gonna keep rolling. It's a learning game. So he adds 3. If it's at 7, I lose. The Shocker's gonna scheme also for 1. So I think I just lost the game. Unless, it's like with her, you just defend and hope she doesn't die from Rhino and Shocker. She would block, she could defend Shocker. Rhino could still one-shot her if you draw a MODOC, because that's threat 3. Yeah, I mean, it's a balancing act. You're trying to, not spill water in either bowl, and I gambled, and I don't think I gambled. I don't think I made the best choice, but I think I had just 2 bad choices. Like, I was just... She-Hulk's sitting pretty, but like I said, Jean Grey is just so fragile that she drops really fast. I mean, she's at 9. So health is pretty, but, she's letting people thwart letting people scheme is the problem. So, sorry, I'm just catching up in chats. No, he doesn't need 14 because the break-in just says if it's... Oh, man, I've been playing wrong. Oh, man. Thanks, Juno. So, okay. I was right that you need 7. What I was wrong with is you see a 7 and a player. It's 7 per player. He doesn't need 7 to lose the game. He needs 14. Thank you. Yes. So I haven't lost the game. That also means that last time I lost the game, I don't think I lost the game either. Well, no, the first time I played Rhino, it was a 1-player game. That was a true fuck-up. Okay. I'm still in it. Thank you. Yes. I'm still in it. Let's keep going. Yes. Great. Oh, I can breathe. Yay. Cool. Yeah, this is my first time playing with 2 decks same time, so I keep forgetting on some instances when you see a player icon. Exactly. Works just like this one, the boost. Yes. Great. Awesome. Okay, so let's continue. Shocker, he does schemes for 1, so this goes to higher number, so he's at 7. So I'm still in it. Shocker. Okay, now Rhino is going to attack. Rhino's going to attack She-Hulk for 3 plus 0. So she's go down to 12. Sandman is going to attack for 3. There's no additional stuff that happens. So that's going to take me to 9. Oh my god, and the thing just came off. What the fuck? Winding this, I think I was pulling it. Okay. Wow, yeah. You know what? That means why I played No, because Ultron... I don't think I did 2 players. I think the first time I did 2 players was this game. Yeah, because that time it was just Ultron against Phoenix. Right. This is the first time that I've done 2 players. All right, so She-Hulk's at 9. Now we do the encounters. Everybody's attacked. Jean Grey's encounter. Hydra Mercenary. Another dude comes out. Man, these dudes need to die. There's too many guys building up. Like, it's great that we caught this, but it's like, man, the problems are starting to magnify. Okay, but the mercenary, I have to remember, is over here. Engage with Jean Grey. And then we have... Oh, and Hydra Mercenary has guard. So I have to kill the mercenary before I can attack Rhino. That's the problem. So he needs to go. I got Stampede against a hero. Rhino attacks you. If a character is damaged by his attack, you're stunned. And if you're stunned, that means that you... The next time this character would attack, the guard instead. So I am stunned, and I get attacked by Rhino, so I'm assuming that's also boosted, because it's counted like an attack. So it's 3 plus 1 is 4. So now I'm down to 5. And I'm stunned. Not great, but I'm in it. Okay, so that's back to us. Everybody refreshes. Like I said, I just do it that way so I keep track of where I am in the game since I'm playing by myself. Okay, we're at Jean Grey. Jean Grey is at full health, so she could definitely swing in. She's good at threat. We definitely want to do threat because threat is a problem. But then also need to kill guys. Let's see what she can do. I do have telekinetic attack still. I just feel like it's more value added if I use it on Rhino. But I could use it to blow somebody up before things get worse. That is also true. Training on somebody is amazing just because they can thwart more and have more hit points. So I definitely don't want to discard that because that's worth it. I think Daredevil is better than Storm in this case. Storm's better when there's multiple things out that have threat. That way you can move it around and take stuff off. Okay. But Storm is just good the fact that it's like you have another dude doing stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is use Power of Justice to count as 2 resource, 3 resource, 4 resource, and play Daredevil. Daredevil doesn't have it come into play. He just has a response whenever he thwarts, like I said. So now I have more dudes that can do stuff, which is great. And I can only have 3 allies out total. I currently have 2. So I'm still good there as well. Keep that off. I also want to play... I just really want to keep telekinetic attack, man. I just feel like I'm going to need it if MODOC or something stupid comes out. As much as I really want to do training now in case something bad happens. So I'm going to ditch Storm for 1 to play mission training so that Daredevil gets an additional thwart, so he thwarts for 3 and has 2 more hit points. Alright, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I have 1 card remaining. Put down here. And I can't use telekinetic attack unless I'm in hero form anyway, which I want to move into here shortly. I have to kill Hydra Mercenary first. Yeah, I know Tiger can block, and that's what kind of reason why I want to have allies out. It's just so I can like absorb damage, huge attacks and shit. So Mercenary needs to die. I mean, I'm definitely going to shift regardless to Phoenix. I don't want to make the mistake I made last time and underestimate threat. Sandman, if I do 2 more damage, he'll get out of the picture. So I know I can have someone take him out. Even like Tiger can take out Sandman. Daredevil can go for threat to remove 3 of them and then do 1 damage to somebody so that someone else can come in for 2 damage. And I guess I could be Tigra too. Because after Tigra kills somebody, then she'll heal. That's probably the way to go. All right, so it doesn't say I can't go after the scheme. It just says I can't attack the villain. So I'm not going to attack. So Daredevil's going to remove 3 threat. And then take 1 damage. And then also deal 1 damage to an enemy. We'll deal 1 damage to the Hydra. Phoenix could defend. Yes. I could also remove 4 threats because of my upgrade. By doing thwart 4. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play it safe. That means she would take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Would have to take 4 more damage, so she should theoretically be okay. I say that, but I said that last time. I mean, if I have 4 threats, if no one's in... Well, she's going to have to... Well, she's going to have to heal. That's what she's going to have to fucking do, unfortunately. And that says the next time the character would attack. What I could also do is I could also blow an uppercut. I could also blow a move to attack and then just do an uppercut with her. But she still needs to heal. And then change forms. That's just so she doesn't take damage. And then heal later or something. Yeah, Phoenix is going to thwart for 4. Her damage is dog shit. Let's get rid of all this. And so I think there's anything else I can do. Doesn't look like it. All right. So now I'm draw. How much she get? I think I thought it was 5. So she draws 4 more cards. I got Connect Shield, which is great because defense is a problem with her because she gets hit so hard. I got more resources with Genius and a couple Psychic Blasts. So I got a lot of ways that I can do damage, but I'm probably going to gun some of those for resources. But I have options. I have options I can like shoot at people, which is great. I can even do Psychic Blast twice even and go boom, boom. Oh, it's only to a minion. Oh, but I have to be unleashed to do it, so I can't do that. But anyway, I got options. So that's good. All right, so now we go to She-Hulk. She-Hulk is going to... Well, we'll get back to She-Hulk. Let's do Tiger first. Tiger is going to do 2 damage to Mercenary and kill it. take 1 damage and heal 1 damage. So she's back where she's at, because she would have taken damage, but then she heals 1. So that was good. Sandman will probably be next to go, but I don't think I'll be. I might be able to. I might be able to. Let's not count it out. Yeah, because you know what? I could do 1-2 punch. Oh man, Gamma Slam! Holy shit! Gamma Slam, what that does is, it's a superpower. Hero action. Deals X damage to an enemy to a maximum of 15, where X the amount of damage you have sustained. I've sustained, I'm at 5 health, so if I'm reading that correctly, I could deal 10 damage to a target. Holy fucking shit. That's awesome. Unfortunately, I don't have the resource to use it, but I definitely want to hold on to that, because that is great. So what I could do for time being, I also have 1-2 punch that I can ready myself. So I can actually use 1-2 punch to get out of this situation here. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 1 first aid to do 1-2 punch, so I can attack twice. So I'm going to remove the stun. So that's 1 attack. And now I can do another action. So I can do, I'm dealing 4 damage. So actually, you know what I think I'm gonna do is, I think I'm gonna do 4 damage. Go Shocker. I know I could hit, but the thing is someone else could kill him. Like Tiger could do 2 damage, but Tiger doesn't have enough to kill Shocker. So I think I'm gonna do 4 damage to Shocker to trigger biochemical upgrades. That way I remove it. And then I'm going to transform her to Jennifer Walters. That way she doesn't die. She won't get attacked. She'll just take AoE if an event does that. And I think that's going to be it. He's going to get threat, but the threat's 0. Shocker and Rhino are going to come in and just hope that she can absorb all those hits, which would be 5 plus. Hopefully she lives, but I think that's the best scenario. Cool. So let's get to the villain. Villain's going to get 1, 2, 3 for the scheme, for the main scheme, and now Rhino's going to go, and then there's minions. Rhino is going to attack Phoenix for 3 plus 2 for 5, and then 6, 7. So she's down to 2. Rhino is going to scheme against Jennifer Walters. Jennifer Walters did prevent this, so, but I'll just say it cancels Rhino's 1, because she can cancel as an interrupt 1 threat. So he's gonna scheme for 1. So now it's at 4. Sandman's gonna scheme for 2. So it's at 6. And now we do events. Phoenix's event is Burning Hunger. Am I unleashed? No. Am I restrained? Yes. Remove one power counter from Phoenix, and then I draw another encounter. So see, if you don't keep adding counters and you're just burning them, burning hunger also burns them. They eventually, when you get to 0, you'll be unleashed, and then you just try to do as much damage as you can before you get fucked when Dark Phoenix comes out. Basically how that works. So it's like you want to be enraged, but maybe I want to be enraged so that they can both finish off Rhino. But I want to make sure I do it in like 1 or 2 turns, because if Dark Phoenix comes out, it's going to be bad. Very bad. Or if you're unleashed and you draw that Spider-Man card, then you trigger Burning Hunger, and then you just start another main scheme that you could get, ignite the entire world, But if you're into that, then there you go. Okay, so I think we're good. Oh, we have to draw an encounter for this. Right. We did that. This one says Breaking and Taking, which is a side scheme. Rhino is breaking things and taking them. When revealed, place an additional threat here per player. So this has 4 that has to be removed. And it has Hazard, which means that now everyone gets 2 encounters instead of 1. But since I've already drawn encounters, there isn't another one I put on this round, because you draw the encounters and then you do them. That's why the order is important. So I need, but this isn't blocking me from taking off the main scheme. It's gonna be really bad. So I definitely want to deal with that. Okay, so now it's She-Hulk. We got Advance. When revealed, the villain schemes. The villain schemes for 1 + 1. So there's another 2 that gets put on. So now this is at 8. So there's a lot of scheme we have to deal with. Potentially people can get killed off to deal damage. She's got to heal. She's got to heal. I know they say this every round. I'm in a fucked position. But I think that's how the game works. Is you keep balancing your resources to try to stay alive and try to deal damage. But I must keep track of time, because it's a fun game, but this is going on longer than I expected, to be honest. But I'm also doing a lot of talking and checking rules, and people in chat, like thanks Anakaris and Juno for keeping me on my toes on what I should do and what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just trying to think whether I want to stop here and just do another round later, because it's already close to 2-hour stream. Probably. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do one more round for the stream, because I do kind of want. I do want to see what happens with this board clear. Okay, we'll do one more. All right. So let's refresh everybody. Again, I just so I keep track of where I'm at in the game. Which, in the scheme of things, doesn't really fucking matter unless people are doing stuff when cards are exhausted, I guess. Okay, so for Phoenix, I have a lot of ways to attack. I have a way I can defend, and I have resources. So Telekinetics shield can stop a lot of damage. That's really good. That needs to be played. That is amazing. And that should be used on her, too. On the other hand, I could also use it on Hulk. That way she could stay in Hulk form and keep smashing and never having to heal. So I'm kind of thinking that, too. I could shield Hulk so she can keep smashing. Yeah, that's true. They have exhaust to defend, right? True. This is true. So I think I want to kinetic shield her. That way she can smash problems. Phoenix could do something and then heal. Switch forms, that way she's safe. Here. So I want to do shield. This would pay for shield because I have 2 resources. And if I ditch 2 of these cards, I could do a blast too and take out. See, and that's kind of what's seductive to be the dark to be unleashed, because I could deal 4 damage to somebody, but if I was unleashed, I could do 4 damage to any target instead of just the villain. So it's like, Or telekinetic attack, I could do 3 damage to any target I want. And that's why it's seductive to remove all these. I know. Honestly, I think I'm probably just going to do that the next stream, is to just deliberately not put anything on here and just burn them. Just so you get that power, you know? Because if I heal, I'm going to heal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So she's fine for healing in the other form. So I could deal 4 damage immediately to, well, the Shocker. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Because Jenna Walters can heal for 5 points. Change form. Yep, that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use Genius to do Psychic Blast for 4. Oh, but this only does it to the villain. God, Christ. I want to do 4 damage to Shocker. Fuck. Gain shit. Okay. We will pay 2 and blow a Psychic Blast to play Telekinetic Attack and deal 7 damage to any enemy. And we'll deal 7 damage to Rhino. How about that? So we go from 24 to 17. Boom. Because the other thing is, I could just fucking hit Rhino, win the game. Just kill him. The only person blocking me before was that one Hydra dude. So it's like, I could just go for it. Just get in there. And that might be the answer. Like, I'm saying all this shit, but it's like, I could just fucking end the game right now. Just fucking kill Rhino. Just end Rhino. I don't need to kill everybody. I just need to stop him. You know what? I'm going to try to do that. Fuck this. We're going for it. We've played this game long. You're able to see how the game works and actually have a really good stream with the focusing actually working the stream. You saw MODOC, you saw Rhino, you saw a whole bunch of different villains and allies. Let's just fucking go for it. Okay, so I'm going to use 1 resource, which I haven't used these yet, if I recall. And 1 psychic. And we'll do Psychic Blast, 4 more damage to Rhino. So now he's at 13. I think I might have actually done it, actually. Because I could do Gamma Slam and have everybody swing in. And just ignore everything else. I think we did it. Phoenix, in case the math's wrong, I think I'm going to swing with everybody just in case. In case my math is barely off or something stupid. So Phoenix is going to swing in for 1. and do 1 damage to Rhino. So he's at 12. Now we're going to like fucking Avengers Assemble. Like we were doing tactically, now just like let's just do it. Okay. We've played cards. I've done all my cards. Now we draw. Actually, no. I still have Daredevil. Daredevil is going to... I think Daredevil is going to thwart for 4 and get rid of this. Just be safe. And then we're going to... And then he does 1 damage to an enemy and 1 damage to himself. 1 damage to himself, 1 damage to Rhino. So he's at 11. Boom. Fuck that. It's another stream. Fuck this. We're gonna fucking end this shit. End this shit. Alright. Now we're gonna draw back up. I think I've done everything I can do here. Well, no, that's not true. I could switch forms, because I haven't done that yet. And then I could use White Hot Room to heal 2. Okay, now we're done. Even though I'm a one-shot, it's like tactically it's what I can do. Okay, now we're gonna draw cards, which doesn't matter, but we're just gonna do it for funsies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just so you can see more shit, in case you didn't see things. We got another Jessica Jones. Telepathic Trickery, Cyclops, in case you didn't see it last stream. Another Phoenix Firebird, Great Responsibility, which, honestly, after playing Phoenix, I think Great Responsibility is dog shit with Phoenix because she has such low hit points that I don't want to take damage. That's the last thing you want to do. So I think I'm going to take Great Responsibilities out of the deck and put something else in. This is great because you could stop all this threat shit. All right. She-Hulk's turn. She-Hulk is not going to heal because we're going to fucking Gamma Slam this motherfucker. Except I didn't draw cards when she was in this form. She should have drawn 4 more cards. Cool. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and change because we're going to end this fucker. She-Hulk, when she changes form, deals 2 damage. So we're going to do 2 damage to Rhino. So Rhino goes to 9. Tigra is going to deal 2 damage to Sandman. Because she kills Sandman, she heals damage, takes damage. So that's negated. Sandman's out of the fucking picture. Boom. This leaves Shocker and Rhino. Rhino's at 9. Now, I know I have a bunch of cards. As we'll see if there's anything else cool that you haven't seen yet. That's from her. Oh, we have Superhuman Strength. We could blow that for funsies. And not like this fucker. We also have Ground Stomp. They can do 1 damage to every enemy. That's cool too. For like if you have many minions out. So we're going to do... Because I don't think this also costs a lot of shit. So we're going to 100% do Grand Slam. I think that's all we can afford. So I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to play Ground Slam. So I do X damage to enemy to maximum of 18, where X the amount of damage you have sustained. I'm at 5 health. That means I'll go Ground Slam. Boom. And I'm going to do 10 damage to Rhino. Fuck you, Rhino. Rhino's dead. We did it. We finally won Marvel Champions. And I have to say, if it wasn't for Juno, I would have totally fucked up playing this card accidentally and thought I lost the game. So thank you. I did it. Woohoo! I actually killed somebody on level 2. That's how you beat the game. You have to beat level 1 to get to level 2. And if you're playing advanced game, you start level 2 and you have to beat level 3. So at the end, it's like health is going to shit. The scheme's going to shit. Let's just get rid of Rhino. He's the fucking problem. Boom, we did it. And we're at the end of the stream. So great timing. So thanks for watching. Again, if you like what you see, be sure to follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah. Expect more Marvel Champion shit in the future. The next thing coming up for Marvel Champions planned is actually Scarlet Witch. What? I know, you got to tune in for that. It's going to be awesome. I got some other things planned as well. But my next stream is going to be this coming Friday that I have actually built the miniatures for Din Djarin, Grogu, IG-88, and IG-11 for Marvel, for Star Wars Legion. Be sure to check that out to see what they look like assembled. Well, again, this is Ismortah. Thanks for watching. We did it. We're all champions.